Hello everybody, my name is James Wellings here and welcome everybody to the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa Francorchamps for race 11 of the World Championship, guys. So after 10 rounds, it is Alonso leading the champion by just 1 point from Belgian though, and after last season this track indeed, it was too small for this, so we increased the track for a lot of length for this and medium length for this, and we updated the woods color for this though, and so this track indeed, because we increased it after last season for this, and we're only just 5 years after that last season racing in Belgium. But here we are for the 2011 Belgian Grand Prix though, for this race 11 the possible 18 round championship for this. But here with Spa Francorchamps, it's going to be amazing. So we heard his first Grand Prix in 1950, and here in 2011, it's going to be amazing. So let's begin this Belgian Grand Prix. Let's see who's going to win this race. Let's take a look at the starting grid for today's Belgian Grand Prix at Spa Francorchamps, and it's the Belgian Mercedes on pole position, but it's Nico Rosberg on pole position though. He had a good qualifier setup for the police car on pole after starting for the pit lane in Hungary and started at the back of the field in last place inside. He's finally got pole here in Belgium, and it's his teammate Michael Schumacher in P2 for Mercedes. Jan Trulli is next up in P3 for Team Lotus, and it's Vitali Petrov in 4th. Mark Webber is next up in 5th, had the Fernando London Championship lead for Ferrari. Kobayashi was on pole inside for the last race, but he couldn't manage 7th in Belgium ahead of Sebastian Vettel in P8. Sebastian Vettel in the top was in 9th place, ahead of Adrian Sutil in P10. Lewis Hamilton next up in 11th for McLaren, ahead of Noé Cartier in Hispanian Racing. Mazda could proved his teammate though, and it's Nick Heidfeld behind him in 14th. Victor Lotus is next up in P50, ahead of Heikki Kovalainen in the Lotus Racing in 16th. Then it's Joseph Birdie in the laptop in qualifying in parts 1. Alonso is Barry Keller, who didn't sell a qualifying lap in D, and he's in second place in the championship in D. And so his teammate passed Maldonado, didn't sell a lap in Dole, and so they Paul di Resta and Perez in the Sauber. Hamilton goes right next up in 22nd in the back of the field, and both of the third team will decide to start the pit lane after these cars didn't qualify a lap time in D. So that'll be Jerome D'Ambrosio and Timo Glock at the start of the pit lane for Virgin. Now guys, I'm going to give you a sneaky peek for that 2010 Belgian Grand Prix crash. Here it is. Well, let's see what happened for this race indeed here at Spa Francorchamps. For the first time for this one, guys, we're recording for this one on Roblox indeed, guys. Yeah, we're recording on the computer, guys, and we can see the replay footages for this indeed. So we need to open up the document and open up the videos and on Roblox, and we can see what we're going on there. So anyway, it's time to begin the Belgian Grand Prix. So there's the Bob Mercedes on the footway with Nico Rosberg on pole, Michael Schumacher in P2 then, as we get this race underway here at Spa Francorchamps, and we see how will Mercedes would do for this one indeed, and we're going to find out later on. And here comes the lights are coming on right now, here in Belgium at Spa Francorchamps. Here we go, who is going to win? Lights are out, and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa, and Bob Mercedes goes up there. Perez and August Roy follow the back of the field there as everybody gets further, and out goes both of the virgins of Timo Glock and Jerome D'Ambrosio at the start of the race. The race gets racing here at Spa Francorchamps for this 11th round of the championship indeed. And there's only 2 cars around. That is Mark Webber and Felipe Massa already off the track indeed so far, and we have a yellow flag already as for this racetrack indeed. I think we might have a safety car for this. Yeah, the safety car has been deployed for this one, though. And we see Michael Schumacher leads the race ahead to Petrov there, guys. And we can see all the drivers are making their way through to turn 8 now. We see a lot of cars going off the track there, many times last season, though. Let's see what happened there as they go through now, as they all go through. As Kobayashi's going off the way, and so is Perez. And there's 2 cars already there, as Brebe is off too. And that is a very big accident that's happening for this. And unfortunately, that is a red flag that's been put out by race control already. That was horrendous, as Button has been stopped on track indeed. What a terrible start to this Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa. All the drivers are making their way back in. So Glock is there, and so is Trulli. So Trulli will start at the back, and so would Duesta do. So as all the drivers are making their way around to come back into the pits, Button's made it for the pits indeed. Some of the others, as Barry Keller, look like there's a problem with the car for him, and he's got off to Jerome D'Ambrosio. The race is going to be suspended for a long time, guys. We'll be taking about 10 minutes until we get this cleaned up for this, guys. But let's take a look at the instant replay. Okay, here's the instant replay there. Let's see what happened on the replay. So we can see everybody got through easily, and then we didn't see Bremy there, but look at Kobayashi and Perez as they've gone off the track, and yeah, Perez has hit the back of the barrier a bit, so that's very good. And what And I think that Belgian went off the track by mistake. Yes, he had. He had gone off the track by mistake for that. So unfortunately, he crashed into the both of Sabers. And there is Bremy. Burnt in the flower barrier. And that brought out the red flag and I was waving to it. So that's what happened for this race to be seen. This race goes on for this. I have not seen that in my time in Formula 1 history. And you can see Button has stopped on the track because he got stopped at the curb there, and there he is, stopped there as everybody got past him for that first lap for this race. And we can see Webber and Massa are in the pit lane so far, and so is Barrichello, and for Sebastian Bremy, they're all out too so far for this. The rest of the tree didn't get tangled for there, and for this, no damage done to both Sabado. They'll be able to continue the race. So it was Lewis and Umbrella where they went off the track indeed. Button is able to continue the race though, and we get ready for this restart indeed for the next few minutes, guys. The safety car is going through now as all the drivers need to be very careful on this track. They're going one at a time there. So hopefully for this race for restarting for this racetrack indeed, here at this circuit in Spa, we'll get this base track on the race. So we'll lead them on the restart indeed. And we're ready for the race restart. Safety car's in the start for this race indeed. So yeah. And we're ready to go start the race here in Belgium indeed. So safety car is in this lap. So we're ready to begin the restart for this, guys. So good luck for this. Here we go. The safety car is coming in right now. And the safety car has come into the pits now. And we'll get underway indeed. Super is on the way so far. As the safety car's just come into the pits indeed. Safety car has just come to the pits ready for that. As the race gets away the race. And as now Petrov now leads the race here at this circuit Spa Francorshamps. Schumacher was preparing for the restart though. Unfortunately, it has gone mixed up indeed for Schumacher though. He's out to race it there with Stu Gracie once again. As the race gets underway, Petrov leads head to Fernando Alonso in second place, Vettel third, Carter in fourth, Sutu fifth, Heifeld sixth, as Kelvin is in second place for this. Schumacher cannot believe it. Out already for this race as he goes on to the. He will wait for the prepare for the restart though. Unfortunately, he got the last to care the bus stop, and he's out to race immediately indeed. We've got more drivers on. That's Fernando Alonso, the championship leader, is out to race, and so is Timo Glock, and we're gonna have another safety car for this. So the safety car has been deployed as for this race. What a dramatic start for this restart indeed. Oh wait, a few cars around, and the safety car has come out indeed. Not a good start to the race indeed, but let's take a look at what happened to the restart for Schumacher. Okay, let's take a look at the replay. This was just before the race gets restarted. This is what happened to Schumacher though. And he just gone too deep at the bus stops again. I think he went too deep when the safety car come into the pit. So that's what happened when he lost the lead to Vitali though. Alonso got past him, but he was too late to add to the race indeed. So I can't believe Schumacher is out of this already after the safety car restart for that. Well, we have two cars out to race. That's Petro and Algusroy, and also Carter is off too for his Spanish Racing though. So that's three cars all the way out again. So we're losing a lot of cars for this race. As the safety car go for the race leaders as it goes through the messy packing days, and we get this race to get restarted indeed. However, gets past his teammate Vitali, and we see we get this race restart indeed. Everywhere off the track indeed so far. So we lost a lot of cars retired in this race. We have lost Narain Carter, Vitali Petro, August-Roy and Breme. They're both Torres are out. Schumacher's out. Alonso, Glock, Massa and Webber. And both Fiores and both Torres are all the way out of the race so far. And this race is not going well for these drivers at all. And Pastor Maldonado is pulling off the track. Unfortunately, that is end of the race for him and for Williams. That's a terrible weekend for those after. So that's the other car out to race. So unfortunately, that's a disappointing weekend for both Williams indeed. They're also out to race indeed. And that is Kovalyvan. Looks like there's a technical problem for the Lotus car. And unfortunately, he's off too. But his teammate Trulli is leading the race behind the safety car now. And he's also out to the race indeed. So the safety car is going to stay up there for a little longer than we expected for this one. Following the safety car so far, as everyone just completed lap 7 right now. And it's Trulli from Sebastian as they come round to complete lap 7 onto lap 8 to come through. They're the top two. Then it's Adrian Satu third, Heifeld fourth, 5th place, which is Lucy. Then it's Button in P6. So this race is completely not over yet. Both Mercedes are in a bad race so far for that race here in this track here in Spa. You can see all the drivers are. There's only just 12 left in this race indeed. As for this one though, it's going to be a plus for the fifth. So the safety car is coming in at the end. Safety car is in this lap for this one now. So hopefully everybody will get ready for this restart indeed. The race is still on the full yellow course indeed. And we see a lot of drivers. So that's 12 out of possible 24 was out of this race indeed. Here at this circuit Spa Francorshamps. Like not the most what we had from last season where we had only just a few finishers. As they go through now. So, look like this race is getting ready for the restart for this one now. And hopefully, we're not having any more caution indeed. And we get this race back on the race for this. I don't think the safety car will not hover because that's Truly and Sebastian will be the Todd's foot tail now. As we wait for the restart indeed. Well, there's still two for this one though. As we go racing speed now. As we go well onto lap number 9 now. And for the race is going to be restarted. Will Vettel and Trulli join the safety car for this indeed. And we'll have to make their pit stops indeed for this race. And I might 8 might lead the race indeed. Well, we're going to find out indeed so far. SC coming into this lap for this race though. And he's in the pits now as we're getting on the way. Oh, we're not. Oh, no. Actually, he's not coming out just yet so far. So we'll get the race green flag indeed. While the safety car kept following the races around. So the race gets restarted again on lap 9. So we're underway again for the Belgian Grand Prix as we're racing 1 now. Okay, we nose the tail to the right to the Woods corner today. Trulli and Vettel battling up for the lead of the race again. Sutter in third, had the pipe fell in P4. And we can see Vettel losing in P5 for his Spanish racing though. As we can see, Bottas in P6 at the moment so far. Behind him is Nico Rosberg in P7. And it is Sergio Perez and the Kobayashi in the 8, 9, and 10. And what is this battle going on for this race today? It's going to be a battle for 10th play between Jerome D'Ambrosio, Paul Dress and Lewis Hamilton. Look at these drivers go of this track indeed. Look at these go. Down the chemistry they're going through now. Hamilton's closing the back of Paul Dress indeed on lap 9 now. As we see all the drivers are making their way through pass as we go racing once again. As hopefully goes very better round. As they go through to turn 6 and 7 to come through now. Is Hamilton going to manage to try to get plan the move to get past Paul Dresser for this one indeed. As Kobayashi is off the track indeed. As the other race he gets past him indeed. Kobayashi was one of the race in P9 is off already again. So unfortunately that is game over for Kamui though. And he's already off the track at the end of lap 9 now. So this race gone right to headwood for Kobayashi indeed. As the race got restarted and he's off already. Okay, let's take a little read about what happened here. Looks like Kamui it was closing down Sergio, but and he just lost the car there where he was heading towards turn 8 at the end of there. So unfortunately that is not where they wanted on lap 9 for that. And there's Jerome D'Ambrosio, Hamilton and the rest that got past him in there. So that is not good news. So the guy who got second here last season is out of this race indeed. So bad news days for Kamui. Disappointing day. And oh dear me, oh dear, well Young was leading the race after all, but unfortunately he's out to race immediately indeed. And Baggy is fitter, and both Lotuses are out to race indeed after 10 laps completed. We're only on to lap 11 indeed. And banging their heads. Disappointing race for those indeed, for Lotus indeed. Oh, Jesus Burr has stopped and he's out of the way. He was winning the race in P6, but he's out to race indeed. So is Nico Rosberg is off the track too, as there's harness for this. Bottas were in P11 indeed, so Tree will get into points indeed. And that is Vettel Lucy joined with him. So he's out to race at 2, so he will be facing the points as well. So there's only just 4 laps to go. Who is going to win this Belgian Grand Prix, guys? We'll find out later on for this, guys. And that is Lewis Hamilton, so he'll be into the points indeed. He will be classified 7th in the way. And the race has only got 3 laps left to go for this race. Here at Spa Francorshamps, so I need to get to the podium as soon as I can, guys, for this race results. And that is Paul Dress here stopped, but he's on the track indeed, so he will continue the race indeed. So, he's going to be out to the race indeed, as Vettel leading set the car around, and there's only just 2 laps left to go. Here at Spa, with both Satur and Heifeld in second and third, Perez 4, and D'Ambrosio 5th place indeed. Whoa, Vettel is in P1 away. He's already won the race in solid though, and he's going to make another win here at Spa Francorshamps if he keeps this going on to the far lap indeed. So we're on to lap 40 now. The penultimate round, the penultimate lap of the race though. And for this race though, it's been a very difficult long race that was. A lot of drivers retired for this race, but hopefully next time in Italy though, this track will be very fast indeed for these drivers though, as this is not a good day for someone indeed for this race. We see a lot of weird plays we see this action for this guys. What a disappointment race for those guys, as we see all the drivers are making their way through now. As for Vettel now, we'll go on to the final lap of this race if he keeps this going. As they come through now to Owu's now for this good time for this race indeed. It's been a very, very tough long race for this race indeed. Here at this track, here at this fantastic Spa Francorchamps circuit. And here comes Sebastian Vettel, comes round the far corner to win the Belgian Grand Prix again. Headed Adrian to fifth second. Nick Heidfeld in third. And for the first time since Japan last year, that all Germans stood on the podium together. Sergio Perez did well side for the back of the field and faces an excellent P4 for this. And Jerome Del Belgian in his home Grand Prix faces an excellent P5 there. And we're waiting for Paul di Resta to come round now to phase 6. So that's been 6 drivers phase 6 there. The second guy has just stopped there. What a disappointment race that is to Spa. But Vettel is your race winner, guys. Have the second place driver, Adrian 2, and for that, for third place though for Nick Heidfeld. And di Resta comes around to phase 6. And Ford CGR got the maximum points there. Good after the disappointing start to the season, but the race winner go for Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull Racing. So after a tough long race, that is Vettel who wins the Belgian Grand Prix at the Adrian 2, and Nick Heidfeld completes the German's top podium since 2010 season in Japan. Sergio Perez faces an excellent 4 headed to run job, excellent 5th in his own Grand Prix there. The rest of the 6th place for this. That's an actually good maximum score of points for Ford CGR for this race though. Hamilton finished 2nd, 7th, Heaven. Actually, Hamilton finished 7th, Vettel Lucy finished 8th for his Spain races. Rosberg 9th and Trulli finished P10 indeed. So Robert only finished 9th out of sight on pole. So, but the race win goes to Sebastian Vettel again. And now we have a new driver championship leader now. It's now Nick Heidfeld now leads for Lotus well now. By 1 point from Alonso and 1 point for Barrichello. Monaco Vettel to get the point, while Vettel's removed up to 6th place behind Hamilton and Button. While all the rest of the races had to do way better coming back in Italy. In the Constructors' Championship, winners to ahead, but winner or moved ahead of McLaren. His Spain race only just 3 points behind from McLaren, while Red Bull closing the gap to Hispania where they moved up to 5th. Fiore only instead after the disappointment with Saudi getting points. Mercedes got some points but didn't get much, while Forcini moved up to 9th after dropping down from 11th. It's a good one for that, for Force to move up to P9. And for the first time for this year, we have these Champaign Bottles. Yeah, we got these one for this for the driver to see. So the race winner is Sebastian Vettel. He's second winner of the season so far after Charlotte. So Heidfeld is on the podium with it. And for the first time since Japan, for the second time for this, after Japan 2010, it was an old German flag line. So now, guys, we're going to be listening to the German and Austrian national anthems. So enjoy. What a crazy race that is. So, well done to Sebastian Vettel, who wins the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa Francorchamps, had Officer 2, and Nick Heidfeld. Well, what a crazy race to enter the Belgian Grand Prix, guys, here at Spa, but hopefully we'll be back next time for Monza. So, that is the end of this long, crazy, and this Belgian Grand Prix, guys. Hopefully next time I will be at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza for race 12 of the championship, guys. I can't believe we'll be Ferrari's own Grand Prix there. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching for this crazy Belgian Grand Prix, guys. I love you guys. You didn't like this video, guys. If you don't like it, please subscribe to the channel. If you know, link in the comment below if you don't like this part in D. I done the Eastern replay. If you want to see this again in the video, just comment me down below if you see this again. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching for this Belgian Grand Prix, guys. And we'll see you next time for qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix. Bye!